It's hard to believe that it's been 30 years since the end of the Persian Gulf War #1, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. As a member of the USS Guam, we went out there, we deployed out there, and we were out there for a good 9 months doing what we needed to do to ensure that peace in the region was kept and to get Saddam Hussein and his people out of Kuwait.
Good morning. I'm Cheryl Lucier Poppy, Secretary of the Massachusetts Department of Veteran Services. I want to thank Commissioner Santiago and the City of Boston and the Disabled American Veterans for inviting me to be with you here today. We are very grateful to all of those who served during Operation Desert Storm, Operation Desert Shield, or otherwise known as the Gulf War I. We give our thanks, and we are here to honor and remember all of those who served during that conflict for Massachusetts and all of those who were lost. We owe the deepest gratitude to all of those service members who served during Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Storm, their families and survivors, and for those who still bear the visible and invisible wounds of war, and for stepping up when the nation called them.
We have to make sure that when we go to war for a reason. We have to make sure that we've done everything we can to try not to have a war. But if one comes, fight it, and fight it to the death. Fight it so they know that America cannot be challenged in this way. The day came when I received an order from President Bush that I sent to General Schwarzkopf saying, start the conflict. Norm and I had a common view of how to deal with it. We started the conflict with air power. And air power did a great job in softening the battlefield. But everybody could tell that the ground war was going to start sooner. Norm had prepared for it months before it happened. The Iraqis did not know what they were getting into. They did not know what they were facing. And so they tried to get ready for it. They did everything to try to slow us down when the time came. General Schwarzkopf, myself, and all of the other commanders and enlisted people watched all of this. We found that the way we're going to get through it was the fact that the Iraqis weren't moving around. They were just sitting there. And so time passes, we're getting more and more ready. We have developed a plan, and the plan said we will go around and flank the Iraqi army because they're not moving. I told our troops, I don't want to waste lives attacking them head on. Just have them offshore, and that will freeze the Iraqis in place, and we'll go around it. The day comes, and the war starts on the ground. And as that war starts on the ground, I get a call. Hey, something's changed, sir. So what is it? The Marines have been able to penetrate right through the firewall, right through the minefield. They've been watching it for weeks and know exactly how to get through it. So where are they now? They are through it all, and they're heading to Kuwait City. And the rest of the Marine Corps is going right behind them. We got word to our commanders in the Army, get that corps moving or you're going to miss it. It was only 2 days, and it was clear that the conflict was going to come to an end. Before it was all over, we had a situation that we took to the president one morning and said to the president, Mr. President, this is going well, and in the not too distant future, we'll come back to you and say it's time to stop this conflict. So the president said, well, if we're that close, why can't we bring it to an end right away? And I said, well, I have to call General Schwarzkopf, he's the commander. General Schwarzkopf said, we can do this, we can bring it to a halt. And that's what we did.
Our armed forces fought with honor and valor. And as president, I can report to the nation, aggression is defeated, the war is over.
People could not believe it was over. The 100-hour war, they called it. But it was over, and we succeeded. Let no one tell you otherwise. I was there. We freed Kuwait. I'm so proud of what those young soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines did. Well, I'll go to war when you want me to, but until we have to, let's see what we can do to solve the problem. If you can't solve it politically, then put all your power behind it and go and take it out. And that's what we did in Desert Storm.
On this important day, as we recognize the Gulf War veterans, let us also recommit ourselves to making sure that our returning veterans and their families are treated with the dignity and respect that they have earned. It's an honor for me to be here with city leaders, state leaders, and veterans organizations across the state. Thank you.
It is an honor for me today to be here at this wreath-laying ceremony in memory and in honor of all those that served during the Gulf War. Please remember that this war, they came home and were recognized. As we remember, we learned from the Vietnam War that those veterans served and we didn't recognize them, but we did remember to recognize those from the Gulf War and the further wars. For those Vietnam vets, welcome home. For all veterans, welcome home. And we are here to serve you, your families, and your survivors.
It is really fitting and touching to be here this morning, thinking about 30 years since the deployment to Saudi Arabia and Kuwait in support of Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Storm. It is fitting that we remember those that served during that period, and also, more importantly, that we remember those that lost their lives in that conflict. For myself and my fellow Gulf War veterans, I think, coming home, we were really given a tremendous welcome from this country, and really have been humbled by the appreciation and the consideration that the American public has shown us. I think that's continued through with our current conflicts, and we really take great pride in knowing that we did our job, we got it done, we made the country proud, and ultimately kept the citizens of Kuwait from living under a regime that would not have been a pleasant experience for anybody. So really, to everybody that's here today, thank you so much, and really do appreciate honoring me and my fellow veterans.
So I want to thank all my fellow veterans who served during that time. You are not forgotten, you're appreciated, and I thank you all very much.